Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name is Amber, and we are a homeschooling family of two kiddos, ages 11 and 6. In today's video, I am going to talk about the unit studies that I have put together for my 11-year-old for his 6th grade school year. I have yet to find a history curriculum that I really like for my son. He likes short and simple, so I do my best to put as much information into the unit studies as possible so that he can retain that information. With that being said, these history unit studies will be for his 6th grade year, so we will not start these until this fall for the 2024-2025 school year. We are going to be covering the Great Depression, the Klondike Gold Rush, Helen Keller, American Indians, and the U.S. presidents. And I think we will start with Helen Keller. I do utilize YouTube for my unit studies, so there are some videos that he is going to watch. And they are going to be Helen Keller Speaks Out from the Helen Keller channel. It's about 3 minutes long. And the full story of Helen Keller, the history you didn't learn from Time, and it's about 10 minutes long. So this video talks a lot about her as an adult. When I was a kid, I only remember learning about her when she was a child. So this goes into who she was and what she did for the world as an adult. For Helen Keller, we are going to read I Am Helen Keller. I also printed off a unit from Teachers Pay Teachers called Helen Keller. And there's a lot of reading and some comprehension questions. Along with the answer key for mom. I also thought it would be really neat to kind of go over Braille. So I purchased Braille for Beginners. I got this off of Amazon, and it literally teaches you how to read Braille. I thought it would be really neat to try and get a Braille book from the library so that after we kind of go through this, it would he could try an actual Braille book and see if he could put it to use. All right, so now the Great Depression. I got this book off of Thrift Books, I think. Thriftbooks.com. And it's literally just called The Great Depression. And it says ages 12 to 15. And then it does, so there's reading in it, and so there's just a lot of reading, and then occasionally it has like a little activity that you can do. I also saw, let me see if I can find it. So it talks about cooking style, and there is a chocolate depression cake. So you can make that if you want to. And there's also Hoover stew, macaroni, hot dogs, canned whole tomatoes, canned corn or beans such as chickpeas or white beans. So that will be interesting. But there's that. And then I got on Teachers Pay Teachers. And this is it's called The Great Depression, a saving and spending game. So you get to find out how much your paycheck is, and then you have to, there's a ledger in here, and fake money, which we may end up using. We have play money, so we may end up using that instead. But then you have to figure out, it says if you had to move out of your home, you will need to choose a different place to live. You can live in a hobo camp for $1 a month or a boxcar train for free. So there's just different things that happen during the game to where you have to decide, do I eat? Do I sleep somewhere nice? You know, how do we survive in this time? So I thought Keaton would like that. For YouTube videos for the Great Depression, we're going to do the Great Depression explained in 11 minutes and the Dust Bowl Darkness in the Great Depression. Something I did forget for, or with Helen Keller, is we are going to watch the Helen Keller movie. And then we are going to try to watch Kittredge, An American Girl. I know it's a girly movie, but it is based during the Great Depression. So for presidents, I got Weird But True Know-It-All U.S. Presidents. We're just going to read through it, pick out the things that sound interesting. And then my grandmother also gave me a book all about the presidents. So unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit drier on the information, but we will try to see what we can pull out of that. The YouTube videos that we're going to watch are U.S. Presidents for Kids and Presidents of the United States, or President of United States Job, Candidates, and Responsibilities. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on that one, but I just thought it would be fun to kind of go over all the past presidents. We're also going to do the Klondike Gold Rush. I remember learning about that as a kid, and I even remember playing the Klondike Gold Rush computer game. Boy, that was a long time ago. But we are going to watch for YouTube the Klondike Gold Rush. This was the largest gold rush of all time, and then nice gold for 2 hours gold panning. So it's a current YouTube video of a man panning for gold. And then we're going to try to watch the movie called The Wild. But I also got this book, Adventures of Mumford, the Klondike Gold Rush, as well as Gold Rush Fever. And it just looks like it's a lot of information. So hopefully it's not too dry. But on the plus side, there are pictures. And last but not least, we are going to focus on American Indians. Sorry, I would say indigenous, but I get really tongue-tied when I say that. So I apologize if I offend anyone, but American Indians. We're going to read the very first American Indians. It is a thin kitty book, but I thought it would be interesting. I also got Native American Stories for Kids. So it's 12 traditional stories from indigenous tribes across North America. We are going to watch Native Americans for Kids, Cherokee, Apache, Navajo, Iroquois, and Sioux. And then a celebration of powwow, the living history of Native American gatherings. So it'll be about powwows. I thought that would be really neat. We want to go out west, probably not this year, but next year. And so that will be really interesting. Hopefully we can go around the time that they have their celebrations, and we can see an actual powwow. And last but not least, for the American Indians. I purchased and printed off, yet again, something from Teachers Pay Teachers. And if you're putting together unit studies, it's like a really good place to go because it's very budget friendly. And I'm not going to show you all of these, but it touches on a large amount of the Native American tribes. There's reading, there's comprehension, and then use the word bank to identify each description, and then true or false. All right, guys, that is it for our history unit studies for this fall. I hope it gave you some ideas on what you could do. Any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.